Today is a day of prayer to give thanks to God for the gift of life and for the protection of unborn children. I want to share a story about surrounding a mother and her child with love and personal accompaniment. In downtown Pittsburgh, near the Planned Parenthood Clinic on Liberty Avenue, volunteers pray silently for mothers, the babies, and the staff inside. Volunteers are ready to share guidance for mothers and fathers-to-be for the option for life. This Witness for Life is called 40 Days for Life. And here is a story about how prayer is translated into friendship and action. 5 years ago, a young adult volunteer, Joyce Stegman, was stationed on the sidewalk near the clinic, and a young African woman approached. Her name was Aziza. She was brand new to Pittsburgh. She was an asylum refugee from Ethiopia. She asked directions to the clinic. In her broken English, she explained that her boyfriend directed her to terminate the life of their unborn child. Well, Joyce immediately, spontaneously carried on a friendly conversation with Aziza and discovered that she was persecuted by the government and even put in prison because she was a journalist. Her native language was Amharic. She was a Coptic Christian. So, as Providence would make it possible for Aziza to begin to discover the resources and the option for life, Joyce explained that her uncle had been a missionary in Ethiopia for 40 years, now retired at Duquesne University, and he spoke perfect Amharic. So Joyce called her uncle on her cell phone. He answered, and he immediately said, "Please come up to Trinity Hall and we will have lunch." And they did have a beautiful lunch, and Father Vince listened to Aziza's story, and he began to explain to her in her native language the resources available if she would choose the option for life. So often in a time of crisis and stress, this option is forgotten and the resources available are forgotten. And Aziza did choose life for her unborn daughter. So Father Vince and his sister Rose and Joyce began the important work of accompanying Aziza to work through the challenges ahead. They gave spiritual support. They became good friends. Aziza was surrounded by love. She gained access to all her material needs. And her little daughter, Winnetka, was born. As time went on, Aziza and her boyfriend married, and a beautiful friendship developed between this refugee family and the Stegman family. They would join together at Christmas for dinner. Joyce knew, she just knew intuitively how to respond to Aziza and her needs. She knew exactly how to refer her. And the Stegmans did a wonderful job to accompany Aziza with friendship and love. Pope Francis says, "Our parishes are called to be islands of mercy in the sea of indifference. And everyone in the parish should know how and where to refer a woman in need, just like Joyce did." The bishops several years ago produced a program called Walking with Moms in Need, a parish program intended to help build up the culture of life, to increase outreach to pregnant and parenting women facing challenges. Walking with Moms Indeed is designed simply to surround the mother and the child with love, to give support and personal accompaniment, just like we heard Joyce and the Stegmans did. Pope Francis goes on to say in The Joy of the Gospel that solidarity means a transformation within our hearts. And when we have this transformation, he says we are required to walk alongside vulnerable mothers with friendship, compassion, and support for them and their child before and after birth. So walking with Moms in Need supports mothers and families before and after the birth. In our immediate area, there are organizations ready to offer the option for life and many, many resources available to support a mom in need. So today we pray to say thank you to God for the gift of life, and we pray that each of us can do our part to build up the culture of life, of love and justice and peace. We pray that our prayers can be translated into personal friendships and the ministry of accompanying moms in need. We pray that our prayers will touch the hearts of volunteers and parishes to take that step with God's help and this beautiful program, Walking with Moms in Need, to reach out and be a personal companion, and that makes all the difference in the world.